Hello. I'm here with Ed McManus, who is the president of the Harwich Cranberry Festival,
Yes.
among many other things. He wears many hats, but today he is here to talk about the Harwich Cranberry Festival.
Yeah,
So,
thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, as
we
everybody.
always look forward to it.
Oh,
So we want
well,
to hear
good.
all about what you have
Well,
planned.
this is, as it turns out, is our 42nd season for the Cranberry Festival and the activities we do. And as we get into September, our two sort of highlight events, Family Beach Day is coming up, and the festival itself. And Family Beach Day will be the Saturday after Labor Day, September 8th.
Okay.
And we're holding it down at Red River Beach.
A great beach.
Yes, it is. It's
Beautiful beach.
the hours of it are 11 to 3, and it's basically a day that we just put on events for us locals to enjoy our beach now that the season is sort of over. You know, although the season tends to get extended more and more as the years go on, but it's primarily an activity we do for us folks here in Harwich. And it has a lot of different aspects. We have hay rides and touch-a-truck with some public works and the fire and police. A lot of different beach games, and we actually just got some new games were given to us from another event that happened up in Provincetown a week ago. So we'll be trying out some new games for the kids at the beach, you know, and the traditional ones of three-legged race and tug of war will happening. We're going to bring down actually some forms and shovels for people who want to be in the sand sculpture contest to make up a good pile of sand that then they can take the forms off and try and carve out a nice sand castle with, which I think will help. We've been having the sand sculpture contest for many years, but without providing some equipment to do it right, it's sort of just modest little lumps of sand. This, I think, will incite some people to try to be much more creative.
We'll provide more options for
that,
people
and
for
then
creativity.
the Buca Restaurant Depot Dogs trailer is going to provide food for us this year. And we'll be doing a bake table, which will be run by one of the Cub Scout packs. The Harwich Library, they're coming down, and they'll have a button making operation set up for a craft, and they're also sponsoring a juggler to be there. Sean, our magician, will be back. He's been with us a number of years through his high school years. He's now away at college, but he returns.
He's still making magic?
Yeah, still making magic for
Okay.
us.
Great.
A great kid. And then Cindy from the Chamber of Commerce will be running the craft tent again this year, which involves paint and seashells and and
Lots
mess.
of lots of natural products.
Yeah,
That's
so
terrific.
it'll be, I think, a great event. And if it's, it doesn't look like it is, looking at the long-range forecast, but if it's rainy on the Saturday, we flop over the rain date on Sunday.
That
Hopefully,
makes it simple.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Good.
and.
So tell me, I'm assuming there is no parking fee at that point.
No parking fee.
So
we block off a part of the parking area, so
for some of the activities.
for the activities, but people can park around, and there's plenty of parking down the other end. And then on Sunday, the Chamber is going to be doing their hometown parade through Harwich Port, starting at 11. I think it's 11:30, actually. I forget exactly, but close enough. And we'll go through Harwich Port up, ending at the Cultural Center. And then...
will there be a Cranberry Festival float?
We don't know yet. We have
I
to
see.
see how far we can stretch our volunteers, which actually is another issue. If anybody would like to have some fun and get involved in the festival committee, we are always looking for volunteers.
Okay. How would they contact you?
They can contact me at 508-527-7620. Or if you go on our website, harwichcranberryfestival.org, O-R-G, there's the email address that you can send us an email.
Okay.
And we'll get in contact with you. And we're looking people, with Beach Day to help out running some of the games on the sand with the kids, whether it's ring toss or one thing and another, or helping at the bake table, not real heavy lifting. And then the following weekend with the Cranberry Festival, we need a number of volunteers, and we'll be having a main gate, and we need some people to monitor that in 2-hour shifts, especially first thing in the morning, 8 o'clock, we need people there to help us establish the parking flow for a couple hours.
Right,
It isn't an all-day thing, but
it's usually managed very, very well.
Yeah.
I know last year I was very impressed with how it all went.
Yeah.
And what about age limit for helpers? Do you have requirements for lower age limits? For instance, can teenagers help with some of this?
Teenagers can help, and actually we recruit a lot of some teenagers, especially on Friday afternoon with the setup activities, and early Saturday morning with helping some of the older vendors that we have to help them unload and set up their booths. We get a lot of the Key Club, and last year we had the soccer and one of the track teams come over. We've been in contact with the Athletic Boosters organization, and a couple of the parents came over and helped. But
so I would think there'd be a lot of energy in that age group.
Yeah, there is.
As well as in the older age groups.
But there's some of the activities we need somebody a little bit older who's been around and seen some things to sort of understand.
But you can place people where you think they can be most useful.
And we do it all in like 2-hour shifts, so it's not an extended, it's not an all-day commitment.
Not a huge burden to anybody.
And, because we're, other areas we need help is selling tickets over in the beer and wine concession, which is over near the music tent, which a lot of people find fun to be over there. So anyway, those are the things. If anybody, we're down to probably about 12 volunteers that are sort of continuous ongoing year in, day in and day, month in and month out, all year long. And it's just at the times of our events that we need to swell our ranks to help out.
Understandably, you have a lot planned.
And as to what's planned, we have one of the reasons we've moved up here behind the community center is we were running out of room to squeeze in craft vendors. Down there we were sort of at a max of about 120. I think we're up to now 154 vendors signed up, and then there's another 12 of the nonprofit groups that'll be there doing either selling raffle tickets or just providing information for their organizations. Everybody from the Kiwanis group to the Harwich Education Association to I think Cape Cod Hospital will be there selling raffle tickets on a painting. So a whole variety of groups like that. And that starts at 9 o'clock on Saturday.
The date is?
The 15th. And then we have a food court which will be setting up, and I think we'll have eight different food trucks set up for the event, which will be nice. And also on Saturday, starting at noon and running about 12:30 and running till 8 when the fireworks go off, is the Cran Jam Music Festival. And
That was so wonderful
yeah.
last year, just the groups that you had.
And this year, the groups that we have will start off with Chandler Travis, his 3-0 group. And as a special guest, he's having Cammie Lyle come and do some singing.
Great.
It'll be followed by N Train, the sort of rocking dance band off of Martha's Vineyard. I think they've been together over 25 years now.
Wow. Wow.
And then a special treat out of Texas, we're having a group called Los Tex Maniacs. They're a Grammy Award-winning Tex-Mex band led by Max Baca, and their new album out is doing quite well on the Smithsonian Folkways label. It's getting a lot of airplay. And the final band is Dinah the Buffalo, who will lead up to when the fireworks get shut off.
I remember them from last year. They were very, very good.
And then last year we didn't have any music on Sunday, and there's evidence people missed that.
Kind of
and
wanted it.
Wanted it, and so we've arranged this year from starting at about 12 and running to 3, because the festival ends at 4. We have the Monica Rizzio Band. And then Bruce McLean, a.k.a. Link Montana, with the Cyclones will be playing also.
Well, I'm sure people will appreciate having that music on Sunday too.
And in the music tent, we'll also be setting up a dance floor for people who want to. Actually, because a lot of these are very danceable groups, and picnic tables will be set up so you can, get something to eat and a beverage from the beer and wine concession and sit down and listen to the band and have a good time.
It all sounds fabulous, and I know it rarely rains here on the Cape, but rain date for that, what happens?
No rain date.
So
we will run it rain or shine.
Okay, good to know.
We're hardy New Englanders.
Yes, we certainly are.
Or that's what I'm told.
And
I'm
it's
actually
gonna
from
be
California, but
It will be a fun time nonetheless.
And then the last thing that's going to happen on Sunday, it's going to be it's actually, this is the 20th anniversary of the Old Colony Rail Trail, which is the spur of the trail from the Cape Cod Trail that runs through Harwich and out into Chatham. So the Harwich Bike Committee asked if they could do a sort of a joint event with us and on the day. And so on Sunday at 11, they're going to gather down at Brooks Park and take off on a ride after a very brief ceremony. Take off and ride the trail into Chatham and then come back and head for the festival. And we've set up an area where there'll be a bike corral that people can park their bikes in and lock them, but they'll be looked after. And for folks that show up for the ride, they're having prepared a commemorative 20th anniversary water bottle. And so the first 150 people that sign up for the ride will be getting a water bottle.
So sign up is done when?
Sign up's done at 11 when you show up.
At the beginning of the
ride.
Okay.
And
there's not a pre-registration.
nope. And then after the ride's over, you can come up and get something to eat, see the crafts, and listen to some music at the festival. And the bike corral will actually be set up for both Saturday and Sunday, and it's parking is much better up that way than it was when we were down at Brooks Park. But any way we can keep fewer cars from showing up, it's less tax on our air quality and less tax on the parking resource, so people can bike to the festival.
That's good. That's a good suggestion for people. Yes.
So anyway, and that's what it is.
So it's a real wraparound weekend.
Yeah, it is.
So many events all combined. It's going to be so terrific.
Yeah. And then one of the things that we'll be doing at the festival is we'll be recruiting people for the following weekend, which is, we all know, is the Big Fix weekend here.
That's right.
I know those folks will be there trying to put together some volunteers to help out with that weekend.
Good, yes.
So,
yes, okay.
Sounds good?
It sounds very good, and thank you so much for all your work and the work of your committee. And I know it's a village that does all
Oh,
this.
yes.
But thanks for coming and telling us about it as
Well,
well.
thank you for having me. It's always fun.
Thanks, Ed.